around.
Someone has a hissy fit.
You have an argument with a hissy
Right.
fit. I mean, there's 20 different things that can happen. And I got so frustrated of not being able to record. To me, recording was more important than playing out, though I've done it a lot. But see, with recording, I mean, you can do 50 tracks
Right.
as one person. So I learned the other instruments, like playing drum sets and bass.
I was just
going to
ask you, what other instruments?
Harmonica.
How about piano?
Mandolin. Oh, yeah, piano and organ, stuff like that. Sometimes I've even had a couple places, a couple venues get mad because I bring so much stuff. It looks like a full band. At one point,
It's just you.
Yeah, the poor guy Mike at Steagall's Pub, which we'll talk
Yeah.
about that later. It's an awesome place in Melbourne. They do Philly cheesesteaks. The guy's from Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Okay, he airships the
I've been
meat
there.
and the
I was
bread.
there
Oh,
last
then,
week.
Then you know.
Yeah.
But it's got a huge stage, so I like playing there more than anywhere else. And one time, I even brought a baby grand piano, a Fender Rhodes, which is an electric piano.
I know.
It's like the one that Ray Charles played in Blues Brothers. Plus my guitars, my loops, conga set, and everything like that. And I run all over the place.
You're
and
like
do
a
all this
one-man
stuff.
show.
Yeah. So, well, I just like to put on a really good show, and I like to always up myself. And I like to try and bring other people in.
Absolutely. I notice you have such a beautiful guitar. I'm going to take a picture of it and have everything on my page for later.
should.
It's so beautiful. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Well, this is a very special guitar because I had a cohort by the name of Brian Tilford. He was a musician friend of mine, and he was a lot like me. He played different instruments. He wrote originals. I learned a lot off of him. He was kind of a mentor for me. We played in a band together called Ghost Beat for quite a number of years with Ken Green and some other musicians along the way. It was is constantly revolving as far as musicians and stuff. But we spent a lot of time over at his place recording and writing and talking, really. And he passed away a couple of years ago at too young of an age. And his family was sweet enough to bequeath it to me so that I could keep it going, And I record in my home studio, and now I record on the computer that we used to record together. This necklace is his.
Oh, how wonderful.
I'm going to play you some of his songs as well as mine and everything like that. But he was just so much to me, and I mean, he's still with me. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. I believe in that anyway.
Was more spiritual than anybody I've ever met. And people say that, but I'm telling you, we could go on and on and on. This guy spent two years up on top of a mountain, really investigating everything to make sure that he had everything, that he felt that he was at the right path.
Right.
And so he was very influential. He introduced me to all kinds of musicians that I would have otherwise never known about, and really special. So this is his guitar. It's it's called a Breedlove Atlas series, but it's a beautiful little guitar,
let's hear
and I
something.
play it all my shows. Okay.
Absolutely.
I think I'll start out with one of his.
Okay.
This was probably my favorite song that he wrote. Just a beautiful thing called Old Friend Surprise. And sometimes the old friend that you meet is you. And that's what we'll go with on this. This is by Brian Tilford. Mountains in months, oceans anytime, a new friend promise, old friend surprise. Sacrifice and sin, oaths keep crashing in. The best laid plans temporarily mislaid. What's the difference just for one more day? Reprioritize a balance on the line. Those that I love, those I don't. The rest of my life to get you to listen to. old friend surprise. Now they've all done it, I'm the last one out. Well, clothes I can't wear, people I don't know. Naked circulation, sunset settling in. There was a doctor, some I don't. The rest of my life to get you to listen to. Old friend surprise. To get you to listen to. Old friend surprise. To get you to listen to. Old friend surprise.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you so much. That was
that.
beautiful.
Thank you.
Beautiful. And this is from your friend that
Yeah,
had
Brian
passed and
Tilford
left you the
of,
guitar.
Ghost Beat and all of those other things. Just a beautiful person. Amazing lifetime there.
How wonderful.
Wrapped up in
Thank you
one
so
soul.
much for sharing that with
Yeah,
us. It
thanks.
meant a lot to us. I wanted to talk a little bit about where Paul's performing so you guys can kind of get out there and see him. He will be at Stiegel's, which is on Cypress Avenue, not downtown Melbourne, right off of US 1 across from Starbucks.
Yeah.
Literally across from Starbucks.
Land side of O'Galley Causeway right
Yep,
there.
he
US 1.
starts in April, so he'll be there April 7th, the 14th, the 21st, and the 28th.
Yeah.
Friday night?
Yeah, and Friday nights, it's going to be from 8 to 11. Now,
8
here's
to
what's
11.
interesting about it, okay? Mm-hmm. I'm calling it Talent Stage Nights because, getting back to Mike, the owner of Stiegel's, I've played there a number of times. Almost a year I've been playing there. And, I show up like 3 hours ahead of time. I've got all this equipment and everything. And when I finally have most of it set up, I'm still messing around with stuff. People will come by and they're like, "Oh, what's the band tonight?" And I said, "Well, that's me, Paul Marquis." And they're like, "Oh, well, where are all the other musicians?" And I said, "No, it's me. It's just me." And what's up with us? You got a piano, you got a guitar, you got kinds of. How are you going to do that? I'm like, "Well, you come on by and you see, and you'll find out." And then later at the night, we have a great night, had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
They got Rolling Rock on
Yeah.
tap. They got these Philly cheese sticks. They got tater tots, man. Okay, tater tots, and they'll throw them in like hot sauce and stuff. And he even does a funnel cake. Okay, so anyways. At the end of the night, we're wrapping up, and I'm putting my stuff in the car, and Mike's sitting there at the bar and everything, and I grab the check, because, I did get paid, I'm a paid musician. And I'm like, "Well, that was awesome, Mike." And he goes, "Yeah." He says, "But do you got to bring all that stuff? That's a lot of I've never seen anybody, like I have bands, and I've never seen anybody bring so much stuff. So what he decided was host, like a talent stage night, like an open mic night.
Yeah.
So what we want to do is, I'm going to bring all my stuff. I'm going to bring my drum set, my congas, bass guitar, guitars, keyboards, all this kind of stuff. I'm going to have a bunch of mics. And I want to see how many different musicians that we can get.
Come up
to
on
come
stage.
out, yeah, and do their thing.
Oh, it's
And
awesome.
If there's a guitarist and a bassist and they don't have a drummer, I'll sit in on the drums, okay? If there's a guitarist and he needs a bassist, I'll sit in on bass. If somebody wants to play piano or keyboards or whatever, go for it. I've got it, okay? Just bring it on in.
Truth be told, when
Yeah.
you were starting to come in and you
Yeah.
brought the one guitar in,
Oh,
right? No.
yeah.
And then you went back out to the van. You came back in with another guitar. You went back out to the van. You're bringing in your own little stool and your little seating thing and another guitar stand and something else. And so Jeff said to me, my producer goes, "So how many people's here?" I said,
Yeah.
"No, just Paul, one person."
That's it. So Mike's going to make good use of me, and we want everybody to come out. There's probably some singers out there, some guitarists, and they've been afraid or they don't know how to get started. Like I started when I was 15.
Right.
Come on down. I'll give you a mic.
Don't be shy.
I'll give you a stool. I'll give you a Rolling Rock on tap if you're over
Of age.
21. But they've got a great menu and everything. Bring your family. Bring your friends. This is your chance to shine.
Yeah.
Okay. And if you screw up on the 7th, then you come back on the 14th. Or if you screw up on the 7th, practice on the 14th, come back on the 21st. And I think we're going to extend this into like May, June, whatever.
Wonderful. It sounds like a fun
there's
place.
a lot
I've
of
been there
talent out
once.
There's a lot of talent
Yeah.
out there. There's a lot of kids like me that like I was, that was just getting out of high school, wasn't sure where to start, this is where to start. And it's an awesome place, big stage. I love it. You can tell I'm full of excitement.
Yes.
So we're going to have a great time.
And you're also at Squid Lips, which is right on the O'Galley Causeway in Melbourne. You'll be there April, May, June, and
April 23rd. I got a date in May and June. You can actually check out everything of mine, videos, gig listings, music. You can download music, purchase music and everything at tikibarmusic.com. And then there's tabs for like gigs, and you can check out all the gigs.
Yes.
I played at a place called Bar Refuge a couple weeks ago. Really nice couple that own that place. It's right down by Manatee Park, downtown Melbourne, down by the river, down by the train track. And it's like a tiki kind of place. They got tiki bar signs.
Oh, how cool.
It's just, I fit in great. I played there a couple weeks ago. It was St. Patrick's Day, but we turned into Tiki Patrick's Day or whatever. And we had a great time, so they want to have me back. So I'll probably be playing there a few times in the next couple weeks. We just got to work out the dates. So,
and your website again, give everybody the website so they can check everything out.
tikibarmusic.com.
And of course, all of this will be on Eleanor's Elite Radio fan page and my website. So just
and you
check
can
it out.
Email me, Paul at tikibarmusic.com, and drop me a line. If you hear any music today that you listen to that you'd like an MP3 or anything like that, I sell them for like $2 or whatever. I have a 5-song EP. For another project I got going, Marquis. I'm probably going to play some of that later on today. And so there's always music at the show to purchase or on the and I've got videos on YouTube and everything.
Wow.
So I'm all over the place.
So
I'll keep you busy if you
absolutely.
if you'd like to be entertained.
Absolutely. So would you like to maybe play us another song, please?
Yeah, sure. I'm going to go back with this one. I'm going to do a older song that I wrote called Liquid Ash. And I get a lot of requests for it. It's a nice little acoustic ballad, and this is a nice little acoustic
Any meaning
area.
behind the title?
Liquid Ash, let's see. I was in a band, and it was very strange, and it was mixed with all kinds of music.
Okay.
This song was probably one of the more poppy ones. I mean, not pop, but a little less strange. But we've tried to come up with names for the band for quite some time. We finally came up with Odd. That's ODD, because that's the only way we could explain it.
Okay.
But we were just experimenting, and we were experimenting not only with music, but with the lyrics and stuff. And this is just kind of a mindscape kind of song called Liquid Ash. Souls and thoughts and astral planes and everything like that. But the lyrics, it probably seems a lot simpler than that. Here we go.
Right.
So
Let's
this
hear.
is Liquid Ash. Liquid ash burning in the mines, and the soul sinks slowly to the sea. Dream the days always far behind. The future is just born of a memory. Place the pieces of life into a gold-lined urn. Thoughts and feelings that led you there now forever burn. Save me from loving you. Catch the wave, it's nothing new. Try and pretend